relationship deal breakers. I think believing the worst about themselves, like if the other person believes the worst about themselves, the others in the world, like that, just threes are like, ugh, it's just exhausting. Being dishonest, I think that's a huge one for threes. People don't really expect that because of the word deceit, which I kind of think of more as self-deceit that is connected with threes. But I think for threes, it's really important to know where they stand with people. They're so used to always having to like read something or read somebody. And it's really important for them to have people around them who are just direct and like accept them as they are. And then also kind of like to know, oh, we're okay. Like I don't have to read this person's mind. Everything is good. That's really, really important for a three. And then intentionally holding them back from making progress. Threes really don't like that. Whether that's, in their career or even in just like a home project or whatever they're trying to do in life. They don't like to feel stymied in that sense. And then assuming that you know me based on superficial things. I've definitely experienced this, being online, but other times too, where people have like make a lot of assumptions because they just see the external layer. Of course, threes can do a better job of being vulnerable and sharing a little bit more behind the scenes, that a little bit more of like what's not polished. But I think it can be hard for a three to want to delve into a relationship where somebody's making a lot of assumptions. So threes bring in their relationships a lot of lightheartedness, I think, and a lot of willingness to work on the relationship. And this could possibly be my bent as sexual or one-to-one three, but it's really easy for my specific subtype to be like, I'm going to make this relationship my entire job. And so listening to podcasts or reading books or putting in whatever work is needed to improve the relationship. And sometimes threes don't stay on their own side of the street with that. They might think, oh, I can see how my spouse would actually do so much better if they just did X. And we kind of tend to do that. We kind of tend to go over on their side of the street and say, all right, I'm going to help you with this a little bit. And it's not always exactly what the person wants or needs. And so that's something that threes do have to work on. But I think part of the reason for that is because threes really see the best in their partner and are really supportive and really encouraging of whatever their partner wants to do. The thing that threes can really struggle with is like taking their partner for granted. Like threes aren't always good at expressing how important and how valuable their relationship is to them. And they go out and do a lot of other things, or a lot of career-oriented things, a lot of community things. And they're kind of just expecting their partner to still be there when they come back and when they're done with all of those other things. And I think it's to our detriment because people don't have to wait around for us forever to be done with whatever we're chasing. And so I think that that's something threes really need to work on is one, yes, of course, patience when we're interrupted, because I really resonate with that, but also, being able to balance. How can I let my partner know that I really do value them and I really am relationship oriented? I'm a hard type, and to value that relationship more than, the other things that you're chasing.